Today we will learn about the reproductive behavior of snakes. Behavior of snakes. Snakes exhibit a wide variety of behaviors, depending on their species, environment, and evolutionary adaptations. Some key aspects of snake behavior include feeding behavior. Snakes are carnivorous and use different hunting techniques. Some, like constrictors, e.g. pythons, subdue their prey by wrapping around it and suffocating it, while others, such as venomous species, e.g. cobras or vipers, inject venom to immobilize or kill their prey before swallowing it whole. Their feeding can range from hunting actively to ambush techniques, where they wait for prey to come close. Locomotion. Snakes move in a distinctive way, utilizing various forms of locomotion depending on the terrain. Some of the most common types of locomotion include serpentine, lateral undulation, the typical method used by most snakes on the ground. Rectilinear motion, common in heavy-bodied snakes like boas and pythons. They move in a straight line by pushing their belly scales against the ground. Sidewinding, used by desert-dwelling species. This allows them to move on loose, sandy surfaces with minimal contact. Communication. Snakes do not vocalize much but rely heavily on chemical signals to communicate with each other. They use their forked tongues to pick up scent molecules from the air and ground, which they then transfer to the Jacobson's organ, vomeronasal organ, in their mouths to interpret information about their environment or potential mates. Defense behavior. When threatened, many snakes use a variety of defensive behaviors. Some will strike or use venom to protect themselves. Others, like the hognose snake, will puff up, hiss, or even play dead to deter predators. Certain species, such as the cobra, will raise the front part of their bodies and spread a hood to appear larger and more intimidating. Reproduction of snakes. Snakes have fascinating reproductive strategies that vary across species, but most follow a general pattern. Mating. The mating season usually occurs in the spring, when temperatures rise. During mating, male snakes use their specialized hemipenes, paired reproductive organs, to mate with females. Males will often compete for mates through displays of strength or by following scent trails left by females. Courtship. The courtship of snakes can involve elaborate behavior. For instance, some species, like the garter snake, engage in mating balls, where several males compete for access to a female. Mating behavior varies depending on the species, with some snakes using visual signals or postures to attract mates, while others rely on pheromones. Egg-laying and live birth. There are two main reproductive strategies in snakes: oviparous, egg-laying, and viviparous, live birth. Oviparous species lay eggs, which are usually buried in a warm environment for incubation. Examples of oviparous snakes include most pythons and cobras. The eggs are left to incubate for a period, ranging from a few weeks to a few months, depending on environmental conditions. Viviparous species give birth to live young, and this method is more common in colder climates or in environments where finding a suitable place to lay eggs would be difficult. Examples of viviparous snakes include certain species of garter snakes and boas. Incubation and hatching. For oviparous species, the female will usually find a warm spot, like decaying vegetation or underground burrows, to deposit her eggs. Some species, such as pythons, will guard their eggs and even wrap their bodies around them to regulate temperature. Once the eggs hatch, young snakes are usually independent and must fend for themselves immediately. Parental care. Most snake species do not provide parental care after birth. Once the eggs hatch or the young are born, they are typically left to fend for themselves. However, some species exhibit limited maternal care, particularly those that guard their eggs or young during early development. Lifespan and maturation. Snakes generally live long lives compared to many other reptiles. The lifespan can vary depending on species, with some living up to 20 years or more in the wild. The time it takes for a snake to reach sexual maturity can also differ. For example, smaller species may mature in just a year or two, while larger species like boas or pythons may take many years to reach reproductive maturity. Overall, snakes have highly adapted behaviors and reproductive strategies that allow them to thrive in diverse environments, from deserts to rainforests, and to survive in conditions where many other animals would struggle.